Basketball greatness isn't just measured in rings, stats, or trophies. It's measured in eras, in impact, and in the legends who define generations. And now, the debate that never truly fades is roaring back to life. Because Michael Jordan has reportedly fired back at the idea that LeBron James could ever erase his legacy. For years, fans, analysts, and former players have argued about the greatest of all time. Some point to Jordan's perfect finals record, his killer instinct, and the dynasty he built in Chicago. Others highlight LeBron's longevity, versatility, and the way he has dominated across multiple eras. But Jordan's stance? His legacy isn't something that can be taken. According to those close to him, Jordan believes greatness isn't a competition where one star replaces another. Instead, it's a timeline, and his chapter is permanently written in bold ink. Jordan changed the culture of basketball. He made the NBA global. He turned sneakers into a lifestyle. He became more than a player. He became a symbol of winning. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 league MVPs, a scoring champion year after year, and perhaps most importantly, an aura that opponents feared before tip-off. Jordan's era wasn't just about highlights. It was about dominance. It was about closing games when the pressure felt unbearable. It was about making the impossible look routine, but the modern era belongs to LeBron. LeBron represents evolution. A player who can score, pass, defend, and lead at a level rarely seen before. He's shattered longevity records. He's carried franchises to championships. He's rewritten the record books in real time. And that's why the comparison never stops. Yet Jordan's message seems clear. LeBron's greatness doesn't diminish his own. In Jordan's eyes, the league didn't move past him. It moved because of him. Every superstar today plays in a world Jordan helped build. From marketing power to global fandom, from media attention to superstar branding, Jordan laid the blueprint. And maybe that's the heart of this debate. It's not about who destroyed whose legacy. It's about how one legend built the stage, and another continues to shine on it. Because basketball history isn't written by one player. It's written by eras colliding, styles evolving, and icons pushing the game forward. Jordan defined dominance. LeBron defines endurance. One ruled the past. One commands the present. And in the end, the real winner might just be the game itself. Because when two giants stand in the same conversation, their legacies don't cancel out. They become immortal. The conversation didn't end with one statement. If anything, it only made the debate louder. Because when Michael Jordan speaks, even indirectly, the basketball world listens. For Jordan, legacy was never about numbers alone. It was about dominance in the moments that mattered most. The finals, the pressure, the final shot when everything was on the line. Jordan's philosophy was simple. When the stage was biggest, he was better. That's the image burned into history. The jumper over Utah, the shrug in the finals, the flu game. Moments that didn't just win championships, they built mythology. But today's game tells a different story. Because LeBron James isn't chasing mythology. He's chasing longevity. LeBron's greatness is built on endurance. On evolving his game year after year, on dominating at 18 and still dominating deep into his late 30s. Where Jordan ruled a decade, LeBron has stretched his influence across too. And that's why fans clash. Some believe Jordan represents perfection, an era where winning was everything, and he never failed on the biggest stage. Others believe LeBron represents completeness, a player who can do everything, adapt to anything, and lead through any circumstance. But Jordan's mindset, according to insiders, hasn't changed. He doesn't see LeBron as someone threatening his legacy. He sees him as part of the legacy. Jordan opened the door. LeBron expanded the house. Jordan made basketball global. LeBron made it permanent in the digital age. Jordan dominated through mystique. LeBron dominates through visibility. And maybe that's the real difference between their greatness. Jordan felt unreachable. LeBron feels unstoppable. One was a myth while he played. The other is a movement while he plays. When history looks back decades from now, the debate might not be about who was better. It might be about how both defined greatness in different ways. Because Jordan showed the world what winning looked like. LeBron showed the world how long greatness can last. Two legends, two eras, two definitions of GOAT. And the truth? Neither one erased the other. They simply gave basketball two different versions of immortality. The moment the comments surfaced, the sports world did what it always does. It reacted. Debate shows lit up overnight. Former players took sides. Fans flooded social media with highlights, stats, and heated opinions. Because whenever Michael Jordan and LeBron James share the same headline, the conversation stops being about basketball and starts becoming about legacy. Analysts argued that Jordan's era was tougher, more physical, more ruthless, a time when superstars weren't protected and every game felt like survival. Others fired back, saying LeBron's era is deeper, faster, more skilled, a league where every team has shooters, athletes, and advanced strategies. And suddenly, the debate wasn't just Jordan versus LeBron. It became old school versus modern basketball, myth versus reality, perfection versus longevity. Former players weighed in, some saying Jordan's competitive fire could never be matched. Others claimed LeBron's all-around brilliance makes him the most complete player ever seen. But beyond the noise, one truth kept surfacing. Jordan built a dynasty with one franchise. LeBron built championship cultures wherever he went. Jordan ruled through dominance. LeBron rules through adaptability. And the more people argue, the clearer it becomes. This isn't a battle one legend can win over the other. Because Jordan represents the gold standard of winning. LeBron represents the evolution of greatness. One is the benchmark. The other is the continuation. And maybe the reason this debate never ends is because it's not supposed to. It keeps the history alive. It keeps the fans engaged. It keeps the game connected across generations. So while headlines may scream that one legend is firing back at the other, the reality is bigger than rivalry. It's about two icons who shaped basketball in ways no one else ever could. Two players who didn't just dominate their eras. They defined them. And as long as the game is played, their names will always be mentioned together, not as enemies, but as the two pillars of basketball immortality. After decades of arguments, comparisons, and endless highlight reels, the question still echoes across arenas, studios, and living rooms. Who really wins the GOAT debate? Is it Michael Jordan, the symbol of perfection, or LeBron James, the embodiment of longevity? For Jordan supporters, the answer is simple. 6 finals appearances, 6 championships, 0 defeats on the biggest stage. They see a player who never let the moment swallow him. A competitor whose will felt stronger than the opponent in front of him. A superstar who didn't just win, he closed. To them, Jordan isn't just the greatest. He's the standard. But for LeBron supporters, greatness isn't measured by a single metric. They see a player who entered the league as a teenager with impossible expectations and somehow exceeded them. A player who led 3 different franchises to championships. A player who rewrote scoring records while still being one of the league's best passers. A player who has remained elite longer than anyone thought possible. To them, LeBron isn't just great. He's unprecedented. And that's where the debate finds its real answer. Because maybe the GOAT conversation was never meant to crown a single name. Maybe it exists to show how greatness evolves. Jordan showed the world how high the mountain could be. LeBron showed the world how long someone could stay on top of it. Jordan made basketball iconic. LeBron made it enduring. Jordan inspired a generation to believe in dominance. LeBron inspired another to believe in versatility. 2 players, 2 paths, 1 shared legacy. And maybe when history settles, the winner of the GOAT debate won't be Jordan, and it won't be LeBron. The winner will be basketball itself. Because no matter who fans choose, both legends push the game further than anyone before them. And as long as kids pick up a ball dreaming of greatness, those 2 names will echo forever. Not in competition, but in legacy.